Hey, good morning. Hey, Joe. Welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew, Thursday, November 18th. I'll give you a little different view. That's kind of what took me a minute to get this set up. Different view of the room. Try to run some trains here in a minute. Hey, Pappy. Am I in here? You guys see me? Am I actually live this time? I know I've done that before. Hey, Brummy Rail Enthusiast. How are you? All right. So like I said, I was messing around with this for so long, I didn't actually get my coffee. So I'm gonna have you guys go ahead, just kind of chat real quick. I'm gonna go grab that. I'll be back in a few minutes. Let's see, got that. Well, as much times as I've used this StreamYard, you think I'd figure it out by now? All right, hang on, I'll be back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Uh, the suspense had to keep you waiting. So, how is everybody this morning? Who's in here? Hey, Rick, CSX Bob, how are you? Happy James, what's going on? Joe, all right, very nice. Let's see here. Put this up. All right, who else we got in here? The other Rick is in here. MHB Bodunk. Gauge trains with slot cars. Good morning. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late this morning. It seems to becoming a thing. Joe, what are you making for breakfast? I see you're fixing breakfast while you're waiting. Anything good? I can have some breakfast too. Yeah, it's all back here. So, trying to get a better camera angle. I'm trying to think. We're at the second level here, kind of in the way of the camera. I wanted to grab that other camera too. Yeah. This is just a little cheap USB camera thing. I got it from Five Below or something like that. It's very cheap. It's very crummy quality. But I'd like to find, if anybody knows or has any ideas, because I want to put cameras around this layout that I could tie into as the train runs around and stuff. But I'm not having any luck finding anything. I'm not really looking for like a big security camera system or anything like that. Just some cheap but decent quality. I want the picture to be nice. Joe, I can't be cellular. But I'm not going to spend. I guess I'm not going to spend a fortune, but at the same time, I don't want to put out a bad egg cheese sandwich. That sounds good. Yeah, the webcam I'm using here is the Logitech 920, 922, something like that. I can tell you here in a minute, actually. He eats the C922 Pro Stream webcam. Courtesy partially of Sparky 107. He donated it generously about a year ago. Help me out, get started with the webcam. Like I said, I'd like to put some little cameras, mount them up underneath or something, to look down or, something like that as the train's going by. And a few strategic areas. Number one, it'd be nice for like live streaming and videos and stuff, but it would also, what make is that? This little camera, like a dollar store, basically that Five Below, that $5 store. If this is the one you're talking about, it just says USB 6 LED webcam, compatible with Windows and Mac. Built-in mic, USB plug-in use, 6 LED light up, 30 frames per second. Honestly, it doesn't really say who makes it. There's instructions. If this is the one you're talking about, Jim. I've used it briefly before. It literally doesn't say, a manufacturer on there. At least I don't see one. That doesn't mean anything. I'm half blind half the time. Let me plug this in here, just see if I can get anything to work. I do have this little strip where I can plug other cameras in. So, and that plugs right into the computer with a port like that, So, I might actually take that camera. See if I can get it to load up. Chinese guy makes it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Some Chinese guy. Yeah, CSX, BNSF, CSX Bob. Me too. Place is ready. Set up ready to go. Let me click on that and see. I lost you. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. What does that mean? Nope. Wrong button. Sorry, guys. Hoping not totally annoying you with this, but I thought it would be kind of fun to see if it works. Ah! Sorry, man. Oh, wait, is that? That's not it. Is that it? No. I think that is it. That's scary. Wow. What I'd like to do is kind of, if I can get that to sit over here. We have to reconfigure things. The line isn't really long on this. So, bear with me, gentlemen. Bear with me. Ladies over there. I'm not a tech genius, but anyway. I want to look down on the yard there a little bit. Like I say, this morning brew is definitely not scripted by any means, guys. Pretty much winging it all the time. Which I'm good with that. I don't know if you guys are or not, but I'm fine with it. This just kind of to give you an idea. And the last time I went to that same dollar store where I bought that from, I did not see any more of these, and they're not, like I said, the greatest camera. But at the same time, I don't think it's awful. It's an awful picture. I mean, for what I'm looking to do with it, you know, I think it would be terrible. So I can get back to how I put that. All right. That is over. This is homework. Okay. I just don't really want to start something, then have to tear it down. I'm talking about starting a layout. Sorry, just catching up there. That was good for 5 minutes. Yeah, you know, here's what I'm thinking. Not bad. I mean, it's kind of just trying to get it to show the yard here a little bit. Back up. I don't know, maybe that's probably sick of this going. Let me see if I can just trying to hang it. Set it down. Trying to wear the main line. No, I don't want to hit the main line. Maybe. Move these tracks to the inside. Yeah, let me do that. should work. This guy's nuts. Stop goofing around here. Problem is that the wires have been curled up because it's been packed away in that box. So, anyway, let's see, Wayne. Yeah. How's that look? So? Enough for government work? As I like to say. Thanks, Rick. I got this yard here all put in. So sort of saw it in the last video. And it's, I have it all powered up now. All the feeders are dropped. And that's cool. Look at that on. Let's see what I got here. Alright. Let's try to run the train here and see if I have everything switched correctly. Let's get that. Around the other side of this now. That one where I need it. Okay. I think I'm going to do for the moment, because it's running over here and I only have the one extra camera. Put this here. That's what I mean. It's not the greatest of pictures, but I mean, it was $5. You know, really, Jason, $5. So I mean, you really can't go too wrong with that. And that was a year or two back, so I really haven't seen them again. Maybe I'll see them again with the holidays coming up. As long as I think it says 30 frames, I don't know if that's a minute or what. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but I think for the money, that's what I'm saying. If anybody knows of something a little bit better, because I want to get several of these and plug them in around the layout. And several, at least something like these. There's lights. There's your, where I want it. I don't know if there's a way to like automatically get them to like switch from one camera to the next. as the train goes by. It's like a motion type sensor camera or something. Okay, I'm not looking to get too high tech. I'll leave it at that for now. It's getting a little annoying. Sure for you guys too. Let's see. Yeah, but the other thing is blurring too much. Like when I got real close to it, it was a little bit as far as the blur. But obviously it's not as nice as the webcam that I use, or even the camera on the computer, I'm sure. But here again, like I said, it's cheap and it's okay. I'm good with it. Me mainly, well, yeah, it would be nice for for live streaming, or if I just want to have it somehow hook up to I hook up to the computer, like when I'm running, like say, like through CR&E or whatever, just be able to see the train as it goes around, just for like problem areas. Maybe have. And there's got to be a way to do it to have some type of like a motion sensor. Yeah, I think if you have moving around, it can help with blurriness when it's coming around with the engines there in the beginning. GP50 run 360 modifications to the local, that's good. But yeah, I don't know if there's a way that you can put some kind of motion sensor to trigger that camera to come on when the train goes in that area, or what. New camera switches next week. What is that change? Is that what I'm asking about? Is there a motion sensor that can switch? If you guys haven't discovered it by now, I'm not the most tech savvy guy. Things look better. But I'm trying to get there. I got in the mail the other day, finally ordered these a couple of times, and evidently I keep ordering the wrong dang toggle to go with my mini panel. It's momentary on it's momentary in the center, and then comes back to the center. I guess that's what I've been told by several people. That's what I need. The mini panel. So hopefully that's the right damn thing now. But right now I just have, I can't see, I have all my wires for my tortoises. All my switches have tortoises now. Everything that's in has a tortoise hooked up to it. And I have just brought the black and red wire, the number 1 pin and number 8 pin wired out to the edge of the layout, so I can use a 9-volt battery just to switch them until I get that all hooked up, so I don't have to keep trying to reach under there and manually do it. Number 1, it's a pain. Number 2, I don't want to ruin the mechanism accidentally being too rough. Hey John, how are you? Billy, how are you? Good to see you guys in here. So I'm gonna mess with that a little bit today. Trying to print out the panel layout. I was working on that the other night, trying to get it all laid out. I did the other panel for the co-op yard. Now this yard that you saw behind me is my Cooker River Eastern short line yard. It's my, what do they call it? Hello, Lance. This technically, this is going to be, I'm calling it Script River Insert 2.0, but I'm calling it basically the Willard subdivision, vaguely Willard subdivision, runs through central and west Ohio. It's basically a train freak where we kind of tweaked my track plan, kind of helped me go through, you know, through that line to pick towns and things like that to try to make some sense of direction and stuff. So back here, that CR&E yard is technically going to be in Moline. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, I believe there's actually a CSX yard there. And yeah, Jason, yeah, I did. So I'd like to do this kind of motion sensor that can trip the camera to come on when he goes to that area. I know obviously the Toy Man up in Canada there has cameras going around his layout. I'm not really in too tight with him to ask what he's doing, what he's using. He may have to go back if he can. I haven't seen much from him, so maybe I just not get notifications. But he actually have a video on what he's done. Because I really like it. It really, he has 4 or 5 cameras set up, and the trip. Either he's changing them manually, or if they're tripping, I don't know which. So it's really cool. Like I said, I'll mess with these toggles. Where's Artie today? Where's Artie in there? I think he had to put down his bunny. He was sick. So, maybe he's just not feeling it today. So, if you're listening, Artie, man, sorry to hear all that. I hope you feel better. I got a package coming. Jim Tedesco the other day. You guys know Jim does 3D printing. So I was looking online and saw a bunch of these for NCE. They're the holders. They go on the side of the layout. And you put your controller in there. You got gears in it. And hold your controller. So, somehow I must have threw somewhere. I ended up on the outside there. That's cool. Anyways, so I kind of wanted a ridiculous amount of money, so I asked Jim if he could print them. He said, yeah. I sent him the link to the one I was looking at, and lo and behold, he printed me out 5 of these. I'm about them around. Pretty neat. Anyway. This one is we're getting that switch lines over there. I think we can fix it. There we go. Yeah, it goes, the camera goes on and all kinds of stuff. For those of you that use the BD20s, you can also will 3D print you the little holders that you stick underneath the layout, and then they slide right in those slots and it opens it up out of the way so they're not just hanging in. I mean, you can use a little sticky tape too if you want, but what he charges, I don't remember what he charged me, 20 cents a piece or less, 25 cents a piece, I don't remember now. Wasn't bad. So I got, he had already printed me a bunch, and I had him print me up some more of those. Well, that's cool, Joe. Something like that SD50 is running good, and room for sugar cubes in there. That's good. Basically, I was just watching this morning, actually, earlier, was watching a video from Soundtracks on the install of the new board, the new Soundtracks board for the G-Book on scale train. We were going over that, so it's kind of cool. I'm debating if I want to just order them, PCC ready and put Soundtracks in it. It's a thought. So, let's see where this goes. Showing Jim's last video, he showed a cell tower. And told us, man, I really like that. So, like a cell tower, I had to do it all down there. Do 3D print those as well. There's a little cut there or whatever, house, control tower, control box, or whatever you want to call it. The tower, you put an LED in the top. So, power that up. So, did that, the resistor and everything on there for me. I'm going to try it on yet. See if it works. But yeah, I mean, Jim, you're print stuff, man. And if you have something you think you might like to have, reach out to Jim Tedesco and see. I mean, if you can do it, he'll do it. If you can find a program to do it for it or whatever, he'll do it. And he's generally pretty reasonable with his stuff. Blinker. Pretty cool. I like it. Decorated it up a little bit. I mean, Jim was even cool enough to send me the little fencing material to go around the base and everything. So that is pretty neat too. It's just that wedding tool. You buy it in Michael's or Hobby Lobby, whatever. Let's see if I'm responding driving. That's okay, Jason. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm gonna have to hit you up later. I want to mess around with that mini panel. I think maybe. Right now, I feel like messing with it. I might get to later on today and decide I don't want to mess with it. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to charge it for that. I think it was $10 or less. It's all 3D printed, and I said that was fired up and everything. Excuse me. There's a couple little hiccups I had over the week, and I was kind of excited about them. Yeah, if you need anything like that, definitely hit up Tim. You guys know Jim. Jim's a good guy. Good part of the community and everything, and might as well let him make a few bucks off this stuff instead of paying somebody I don't even know off eBay or whatever, And he does good work, so it's it's a good, a nice resin. I guess it's resin. I mean, I don't know what the difference is. Remember, 3D used to be like real stringy, like this isn't that stuff. It's like liquidy. It's more liquid. He uses. Yes. I think not too long ago we got a new 3D printer. So. Oh, hey, Wilma. I took this design and revamped. Talking about mine, yeah, he did. He did. I had a good design going on, and just there was a few issues where the more I looked at the design originally, the more I was like, wait a minute, I'm still kind of in the same situation I was where I still was kind of following up the names. Really wasn't giving myself true switching opportunities for looked, realistic and sort of typical. So he just kind of Jason worked with me and went over the whole plan and yes. And that's exactly what this stuff in the CD that I wanted. It's also a wedding tool from Joanne Fabrics. By the artist cheap. Teddy bear for $2. I want to try that teddy bear stuff first. That looks really interesting. I've seen guys do that. And I'm like, mess with, hey, who's this guy? I don't know who that is. Hey, what is it, like 2 in the morning over there? Joe G, how you doing, fella? Yeah, but he just kind of helped me revamp it a little bit and fix it and tweak a little bit of the issues that I was concerned with, and then there's things he saw that I didn't see that he helped me fix. And then, like I said, again, we went through and tried to make some sense out of where I'm coming and where I'm going and destinations along the way, and just to help me as I'm going along and designing television industries and naming things and so on and so forth. Come on, man. I started a tiny bit late, not that late. Let's start down. Good morning. I don't know. The weather is so back and forth. I'm trying to get a cold, I think. It was nice and 60 something yesterday, not today. I think the highs were at 45 or something. I actually had some wet snow. It was that over the weekend? Sunday, I think it was. Maybe. A little bit. I mean, a little dusting of it, but it didn't last. It's going to be that time of year here in the north. The S word. Maybe. Joe, you remember snow back when you were a kid? Back then? And you'll get that stuff out in Arizona. Well, Flagstaff would get it. In fact, that's a funny story. I might have told it before. When I first started driving trucks way back in the day, 92, I think it was. The first snowstorm I hit, the very first winter, was in Flagstaff. So, yeah, I thought it had been somewhere up here in the north where they actually did snow a lot. It was in Flagstaff. It was freaking white out there. I was pretty green. I was on a team with my dad. My dad owned his own truck, and when I first started out, we ran a team back and forth to like LA, San Diego, San Francisco, back to like Cleveland, Chicago, Boston, out that way. Anyhow, he was in the bunk sleeping. I'm like, oh, I think dead. I'm calling from him. You gotta get up, man. I can't see anything. I didn't want to stop. Man. Sorry about that. I obviously didn't want to stop. I don't know what was wrong. But he got up and I think he finally, because I was so green, he finally felt comfortable enough to actually go to the bunk and sleep instead of sleeping in the jump seat. Because, he knew how to drive, but it was, green. So, it was funny at the time. Yeah. So you guys sleep 46 and 20. That's, like I said, it was 62 or something, 64 yesterday. Well, high. When I got out of work at 7, it almost smelled like spring rather than fall. It was like that, because it had more of a warmth in the air than the chill. So it was kind of crazy. In the background. Yeah, I just look to the other camera again and when it comes back around here. Again, I'm going to look for more of these cameras, but if you guys have any better ideas on cameras, I mean, I could just, put them up and yeah. Okay, James, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate it. I could just switch back and forth manually, but, it'd be nice to just let the trains run or let the camera just kind of flip back and forth. You know, I know Jack is live like all the time. Joe, you have any idea? You see how cameras that do that? Or is it just the one camera all the time on the layout? Maybe he has more than one camera, but he just thinks at one angle. And do you do anything, Joe, like when you do your live stuff too? I know you've filled in and done that for Jack to give him a break here and there. Let me do this. Anybody is interested. I'm just curious. I have to research it more, but I just didn't know if anybody had any recommendations or they tried it themselves, anything like that. So I just think it'd be kind of fun. So, yeah, we had a lot of rain last night, Jason. So the storm. It was super windy. It's the changing temperature. Do the leaf thing again too. Yeah, it's actually raining right now, so I did get it last week after the show, and then you know, I mean, it's fine. You can use two cameras, but only use one at a time. Okay, so that's what I wouldn't mind doing. Like I have so many like twists and turns now that like, one camera is not going to really do much. You know, you're not going to really be able to follow along, if you will. Once I get back here on the climb, once I get to a certain point, it's really going to be out of sight. So I really wouldn't mind having a camera back there to see, make sure there's nothing crazy going on. Oh, he's probably made it to work or wherever he's going. Say hello to everybody. Go to his channel. If you want to post the link, Jason, feel free. He's having his 900 sub contest. Forgive me if it's already closed or when when is the last date when you're doing the drawing. Feel free to throw that in there, Jason, if you want to. For anybody that doesn't know already, I'm just waiting for the notification. I'm pretty sure I already had it's and everything. Everybody knows that Sparky's doing his Christmas Day night. I think he's doing it. His giveaway there, contest giveaway. You can check out his channel and get the details on how to enter into that. I think he's teaming up with OVR, is that Otter Valley Trains up there in Canada. We offer him some prizes and we match him some prizes, things like that. All right. Is that for your contest, Jason? So yeah, go to that if you guys already have it. And enter the contest for Jason the Train Freaks 900 sub contest. Congratulations on that too, by the way, the 900 subs. We just added a bunch of bench work. We've got some good videos in there for the bench work. We just added a new section. And he's laid some track and get ready to move on down the line. So go over there and follow along with him. He's doing some good work. And I'm excited to see how it goes. He did some scenery work. He's made some super trees. For those that don't know Jason, which I don't think anybody here doesn't know Jason, but give him some love. Go check out those videos. Thumbs up and all that stuff. But thumbs down. Just thumbs down twice, if he likes to say. This way he knows that you really don't like it. Okay, I'm switching over last night. All right. I'm going to try something like that. On the second level, Jason, we're going to do more like an industrial park with hopefully like a refrigeration cold storage place. And do some businesses like that. I might have you up and kind of rework that to do some kind of switching puzzle if you want. So just a couple lines in it. I wasn't going to do a ton of track work in there. It's something about making it more of a truck served and that, but I don't know. We changed my mind up on that a little bit. That won't be for a while. Although I'm debating if I want to go get that plywood now, because the side at Home Depot is like 15, 30 seconds, which I'm using, is the other day I was up there, it was like 29 and some change, so $30 a sheet, which some of this stuff I paid almost $70 a sheet for, because I didn't want to wait. I wanted to keep moving, and as bad as that stinks, you can't build a layout if you don't have plywood to put down to put track on. Foot industries, put a low coaster rolling around. So, that sounds fun. So we're going to have to look at my thing again there and see if I can figure something out on that second level to do something like that somewhere. Because I think that would kind of neat. So, you made a mistake if a friend of it does it. It's your fault. That's why you all this extra work. Oh, speaking of that, as we've been talking, he has did help me to work on the layout. He would design layouts, he would tweak your layout. Small nominal fee, but he would definitely was definitely reasonable. More than reasonable what he did for me and what I honestly did him for. But if you're looking to get a design a layout or something, and want somebody to kind of help you or do it for you, again, reach out to Jason. He did a great job because the guy's awesome. I'm sorry, this isn't like a Jason Love Fest. Sorry if it sounds like that, but the guy's a good guy, great for the community. He does decoder installs. He's an officially licensed Soundtracks decoder guy. Does installs and that. So, and he'll just answer questions. If you have a question and he can help you with it, at least that's my experience with him. He'll help you. All right. That's enough, Jason. You can pay me later. I do love you, man. I do. Yeah, man. It saved me, well, the friendship itself is nice, but as far as the layout itself goes, you've saved me a lot of grief down the road of having to tear things up because it wasn't what I thought I wanted, and it's a mistake I made last time. I didn't know what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't quite have it there, and you helped me get it there. So there you go. And like most of us in this community, I think we're all pretty much we can help each other out, and we do. Whether it be through monetary ways, or whether it be Patreon, PayPal, things like that, but mostly just with knowledge. Must be a good one. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. This kid's pretty neat too. Yeah, his wife's fun. He makes fun of him a lot. That's kind of fun. I like that. Yeah, so definitely reach out to him if you guys have any needs along any of those lines. Layout design, locomotive decoder installs, questions in general. And then check out his channel. He does have a Patreon and all that stuff. If you're interested in helping out there, he does do some nice contests. He's done, I don't know, probably like almost like every 100 subscribers he's done a contest. It seems like. So yeah, absolutely. Show him some love, man. Subscribe to him and all that fun stuff. Now you, Joe Jason. No loving you, none. Buddy, old pal. Just kidding. Joe's last video was good. He was talking about where he's hoping to put his new shed, the train shed / spare room, I believe. So his wife kicks him out. He has a bedroom to hang out with, and it's not a bad thing. Get yourself in trouble on purpose, Joe, and then you can get kicked out to the train room. It's not the worst thing to happen, right? she refuses to let me put a coffee pot down here. I never go upstairs. A bathroom down here, or a mini fridge. My wife, she's mean like that. But she said, I've never seen it. You'll never come up for that. In the bathroom, you have your coffee, I have, waters and food in the mini fridge. I've never seen it. And I asked her, I said, is that the worst thing? No. And she kicked me out. I would gladly go, yeah, see, Joe? It's all right. You get all the essentials. Bathroom, bed. I think you said you're going to put like an actual room with a bed and stuff. Kitchen is the closest room to food is covered. Yeah, everything's good. I mean, when I come out of the basement, I come right into the kitchen. So I told her, I said, eventually I'll get old enough, I'll have to put one of those little chair rail, the rail chair things that take me up the stairs. I'm too old to walk up and down the steps. I said, will be how much it will cost. Get some land from everybody on what I might need and what I forgot. Not in the shed. Okay, so. Yeah. I mean, obviously the normal stuff, your electric, your heat, your air. You're gonna run like I think you said you're gonna put a bathroom or a restroom out there. So I just have to run all that plumbing and stuff. Lighting, all the usual. You're building a mini house, really. Casey's asking on your shed, about your shed. It's, plenty of outlets, plenty of electric supply out there. Insulation, all the usual stuff. It's amazing what these guys are doing with the sheds now. I mean, if I didn't have the basement, I would seriously look at doing a shed. You can get it as big or as small as you want. Even if you live in a city like I do, you can still put up a pretty big size shed, But why can we have in the basement? Depends, I think mine would too, in a way. Joe's building just a small shed. I mean, just a little mini shed for, a little 4x8 foot layout. How much of that's going to be the train room? How much of that's going to be the room? A spare room. So, yeah, Jason, that's true. I mean, you already had everything there. You didn't have to build a shed, So it's cheaper just to, insulate drywall and all that stuff with the garage. And that's a nice sized garage, 20 by 20. So, I mean, that's basically what my room is. Mine's actually bigger because mine's like an L shape. So, and this wall behind me over here is 22 feet. The longest wall over there, where those clamps are, that's the room part of it is 19 feet, and there's another 10 or 12 feet in the furnace room over there. I'm not using that for the layout. This wall here where the L is. The L is right. So this is basically the room. Okay, let's see if you get. Like this is in the L here, at the base of the peninsula it is, and it opens up, and then back on here. So, yeah. So I lose some space because of that. And that on the other side of the L is where the laundry room and stuff in there going there. Don't you go down the scale? No, the Jones into the scale, isn't it? Train room will be 35 by 16. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Are you doing multi-levels or anything, or helix, or if you are doing that? If I had the room, I would have done helix, I think so. Joe also, there's been like a community effort on designing this layout. Um, John Prescott helped me out. Joe Geraci helped me out. Jason did some tweaking, helped me get it kind of more finalized, but everybody's throwing has been amazing help with all that. And it's been that's what I say about this community, man. Guys are willing to help out. And it's just cool. So, so did you get your mom moved out from Jersey yet? Yes, that's wow. We have a big basement. It's not a bad sized basement. The house isn't a huge house. It's it's 1,400 square feet. Just an old, we built in '49. It was like a kind of like a tract home. We call them bungalows here. Um, after the war, there was a big boom in this area where I live. This community that has a lot of the streets have the same uh, 5, 4, 5, 6 designed homes. And there's like several streets in this section of where I live. So I'm almost full of coffee. I have beers up there. Got yours. I can add some coffee into that one. Add some into the Raiders cup. You know what? Smart ass. I think I'm gonna do it just because you said so. Now I gotta wash them all, so I guess it's kind of jokes on me. But I shouldn't point this above my game. Panel. Sure, that thing out. I divide this cup into these 2 cups. It's no secret. The damn show's called The Morning Brew. No secret of my coffee. It's a separate morning brew coffee. How about that? So, I thought we'd do a layout of to retirement. I said next week, isn't it? Next year. I'm going to do all the stages. All in stages. But we're going to have 10 towns that can switch to make it like a club that people, assuming that people would come to and they can come to your house. Sorry. We put it in two different tanks now with the food. And it's kind of, Jason said it's kind of his thinking too, there's less towns. And it's pretty much my thinking. We had originally kind of thought about maybe moving. We like Florida, we thought about moving down there. And, probably another 10 years I'll have this house paid for. Family's still here, enough family's still here. Really, I don't know. Not sure we want to really move. I think what might end up happening is we would do more of what they like to call snowbirding, where you would go to Florida for the cold months, and then be back up there for the nice weather. And if that was the case, I would have to have some kind of a portable layout to mess with, a switching layout or something. If I didn't have my own place down there, we just rented something from you or whatever, I would have to look at it. And let's go back to this. Yeah, so it does blur out when it's that close. But that's how to do that. I'm digging it. I might actually just look for more of these cameras. It's not that bad. What do you guys think of it? Hey, Aaron. I decided to show up this morning, working, I'm assuming. Joe's layout is awesome. That's another, I mean, check out everybody's channel, guys, you know. Darren's doing some good things. He just popped in here. He's working on some cool stuff himself, trying to get his layout up and running. Joe, I love your layout, man. Thank I should probably ask you permission. I love your cement plant. I would love to get some more information on that, maybe some better pictures of that. I was watching you on the TV, YouTube on the TV the one night, and I took some screenshots of the screen, of the TV screen, to kind of get like an idea as your train was going by the cement plant, kind of see how you had that laid out. Because I might kind of steal some of that idea and how you laid that out. It's really cool. I just like it a lot. So, all right, Jason, we'll do some work. Hey, man, anytime. Thanks for all the help you've done, and you do. You're a good dude, man. Good dude. I don't blame you. I don't either. I actually took somebody's call for tonight. I don't usually take call on the days that I work the next day, because I work tomorrow. It just kind of screws me up for the next day. But he's in a bind and needed a hand. He's helped me out before too, so you know it's kind of hard enough to reciprocate when people help you out and you like to help them back. I'm on call Saturday too. I try to group all my call at work so that I don't have to do it around times that I don't want to do it. Like the holidays coming up. My son's coming in Wednesday to be in for the holiday for Thanksgiving weekend. He's been in the field doing training for all month. He left on the 1st. So the whole company-wide thing. 3 weeks in the field. And so I think he comes back either this coming weekend or Monday, Tuesday, something like that. He flies out Wednesday, it'll be here Wednesday night. Hey, John, you too, man. Hey, Matthew Whitmore, how are you, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. And we did get to see him in October, hey, Jared, before Halloween. We'll see him here at Thanksgiving. He's coming home for about 2 weeks on Christmas and New Year's. So it's kind of good. I get to see him a good amount here coming up. I know I saw him once over the summer. This was around, he was home for the 4th of July, I think. Came home around that time. They had block leave. Anyways, so. So anyways, what time is it? 9:30. An hour. Well, Joe, I may reach out to you, man, on that cement plant. What I was saying is, yeah, go check everybody's channel out, subscribe if you're not. And, you guys are doing some good things. Yeah, it's that time of year now. It's model railroad season. So, awful quiet without Artie in there, man. I don't know. He's doing okay. I know, like I said earlier, I know there's a bunny rabbit, and I guess he wasn't doing too good, so I think he was going to clear it out. She had cancer or something, kidney cancer, I think he said, and having this kind of down. So you guys have any way of getting a hold of Artie and stuff, just kind of give him a hey, you know, how you doing, buddy, kind of thing. always rough when you got to put down an animal. It becomes so much like family and stuff, you know. Okay, Miss Sutherland, appreciate you stopping in. My wife was sitting there, we were talking last night. She said, I just realized today that Thanksgiving is next Thursday. And so we host Thanksgiving here at our house. So she said, oh my God, I gotta go get all the stuff I need still. She has some of it, there's still a lot she has to get, So, geez, the hell this month go? And just so I know, someone having to go shopping, get food and stuff. I don't know yet. Kind of depends on how things are going. My son being home, I may do something later in the day, like after people leave, maybe go on Thursday night or something. I can think about it. If I did go on in the morning, it would have to be, short. They're gonna help set up and everything for the family coming over and that. The wife with things that she might need, getting ready, last minute stop. So I would like to. The plan, I think, is to go on. If I'm not going on, I'll put like a little thing on the community page here on YouTube, just saying that I'm not. So I plan on me being on. But if I do, it's going to be a condensed version, an hour max, probably less than that. Just wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and everything of that nature. But we'll see. See what kind of pushback I get from the boss. Yeah, Joe, that'd be awesome. Just kind of details how you switch it out, maybe do some switching there, just to show how you do that, and maybe traction later on. Because back here on the other side of the next yard, where we're going to sell those cars, where you see that last 2x4 that kicks off to the left and opens up. So this yard ends, and I was going to put the cement plant in there, in that area. Yes, I mean, it's a little bit annoying when I flip back and forth to the camera, but it is what it is. There we go. So, yeah, it's going to be up here at the top of the peninsula. You see where it kicks out that way. It's going to be like that was going to be like cement, asphalt, and sand plant. But I might not do all that in there. Maybe just do cement and sand, or just cement. Those are cement and sand cars, like reflecting sand and that. Something about doing that. There. So, Crazy Joe, 67. How are you? Isn't that fine coffee with that? Hey, that ain't a bad idea. I'll tell you what, my sister, she makes the pies. She makes killer pumpkin pie. So every time of year I get it, and depending on how nice I am, she's been known to make me my own pie. I'll get that throughout the whole week. Not that I need more pie, but that's okay. So I get that once a year. You can do that. I have no shame, man. I'll sit here and just chomping on some pumpkin pie. Get my coffee. And you talking about the location I was just showing, Gary, for the concrete plant and stuff? It is right here behind it. I showed, so it's kind of. Let me open and see this little tractor is right there. Right there. Right back right there. Well, up in this area at the top of the peninsula. I may shorten this yard that's here. I may this little thing I'm using it. Get back to this one. See if I can move it a little bit. It's not the longest cord on there, so let me kind of bring it down there a little ways. All right, so here's the yard, and I might shorten this yard a little bit. Let's see where these two tracks are up here. So like I said, I'm probably going to shorten this some, and this is going to open up into concrete plant, sand, whatever at the end of this peninsula. This track here is going to be a small engine house for my Crooked River and Eastern locomotive. Probably in there. Actually debating as to whether I want to go down there with it instead. Would it be NSF is sitting right there? That's actually my pullback track, yard lead, if you will. So I can pull cars back and switch them in and out of this yard. This will be the main yard on this level. Decided to go against the reversing loop. After much discussion, because it forces me to have to do operations. So I'm thinking I could even do like the cement plant, modify those buildings to be like background buildings even. Save some space out in this yard, in this area. Because on the other side of this, there's going to be like my ethanol plant and stuff on this side of the 2x4s, or other side of the view block, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the plan. See how it goes. I'll change the view a little bit here. I'm kind of digging this little camera the more I'm using it. Not too shabby, I guess. Could be worse. Like I said, for $5, I mean, how can you go wrong, really? So you're kind of looking at the shed there, and that's for the co-op. That's the loading track. And then the track to the right of it is that passing siding, kind of like, I don't know. I guess it'd be kind of like a yard lead. And the tractor train's coming down now is the main, coming down off of the top there. Not the top level, but it's like I have a little bit of a grade variant there, just for some interest. So, I don't know if that answered your question or not, if I just started rambling. That's what I'm saying. I really like how Joe Rader has done his. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to use that as a reference, at least. Maybe not completely copy it, but give me some reference points and just how those industries work. And that's kind of the problem too. It's not too bad. You can see it kind of blurs up a little bit, and it's only, I think it says 30 frames per second. So it sounds slow to me. Thanks, Wilmer. So there's another shot of the train. And it's going to take me a minute to get anything done, because I'm telling you what, man, I've just really been enjoying, after not having them being able to run around for a year. I was really missing my trains. Now, as you guys know, I've been able to run trains kind of back and forth. But, there's times I just like to sit down here and listen to them run. As much as I, want to do operations and enjoy that, it's kind of nice to just sort of run around. And so here's my grain one. I think I posted the one I posted, I think, was like a mixed freight on YouTube. Last night, I think I posted it was a coal drag now that I have the tracks up and running and trying to start to unbox some of my different cars, I got some places to put them now in the yards. I don't want to get it too loaded up with stuff because I got to paint rails and stuff. I'm just kind of taking my time. I want to let these things run and run for a while to make sure I don't have any track issues. So far, so good. My passenger cars do not like that Atlas curve turnout at all. I don't know if it's something I did when I did the modifications on them to put lights or what. So I'm going to have to play with those a little bit more. I spent a lot of time and effort on those cars to get them lighted and passengers put in them and everything. So I want to be able to run it. Not to mention the money I spent on that train and the locomotive and the 70 cars I bought. So I do want to get that figured out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a morning, man, and get on with the day. And I don't know what I'm gonna do down here. I might mess around with that mini panel. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of one of those things where I need to get some more end of train devices. I have one of my intermodal cars. I do have one on a grain car. I just got to find it. It's one of the boxes. One of the tubs with boxes in it. At least when grabbing stuff is pretty easy to get right now. Like I said, I don't want to take a ton of stuff out because we're still, doing things. I got to put ties in the place. No, much of that. Put ties in when I need them. Everything is wired up as far as track power and everything I have up so far. So. But, I appreciate everybody stopping in. And I do plan on doing something Thanksgiving. I'll kind of throw a little something up there as far as what I'll do the morning show, and whether maybe I'll do that. I like that idea, coffee and pie, after dinner type thing. Do it, sometime in the afternoon after I watch the Buckeyes beat up on Michigan. For please. So yeah, we do it then, and more like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Depends on the family leaves and sit around for the night. I do work on Friday, so I won't be up too late. But hopefully it'll be a short day on Friday. Fingers crossed, I don't even need me. Put my name on the list to be flexed off because they don't need as much staff. So I'm first guy on the list for that. So let's see. It's been rough at the hospitals, man. Staffing is so bad right now everywhere. All over the country is bad for the medical personnel and stuff like that. So, oh well. So that'll be what's that? Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Next Tuesday I'll see you, as a matter of fact. I think it's my turn to do On Track Tuesday. So next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. On Track Tuesday right here with the River and Eastern. Damn it, that went fast. So yeah, that'll be me. I'll see you Tuesday, and then like I said, we'll figure out what we're going to do Thursday. When it gets closer to that. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. So, all right, guys. Talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now. Yeah, well, it's my turn, right? Because Robert went this week. It's my turn. We got fifth Tuesday. We got to talk about that. What we're doing there. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, if you get time and you want to make a video on that cement thing, switching it out or whatever, just the components of it and how it operates. That's kind of one of my biggest problems is how do a lot of these industries operate? What kind of cars do they take in? What kind of cars they send out? It's all stuff I need to get better at, researching and things like that. So yeah, it'd be awesome. All right, talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in.